La 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 la. La 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 la. Welcome, welcome, peoples and peeps. Mic test, mic test. Sounds good. Let me get everything set up. Wow, my phone's brightness is high. I'm burning a hole in my face. Do. There we go. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, so last time, let me see if I can go into the little decoupled camera. Use this a bit. So we have 3 fuel miners. That one only produces 300, so we're kind of working around that one. We have our layout on what we're gonna do. I just dropped my water. And we have 5 rows of 10, each producing, what was it, 3, 6, 330 fuel, I believe. A decent amount of fuel. Oh, yeah, camera. Haha. Let's go see. Yep. To fuel 11 of these, so that's 330 fuel. So we're producing 330 fuel. Doesn't seem like a lot, but we're basically, well, it's not even fuel, it's was it heavy oil residue? And we're going to turn that 330 residue into fuel. But before we can do that, we need 5 rows of 11. Should we do 5 rows of 11? Or 6 rows of 5? Ooh. Alright, regardless, let's start. Let's start laying these out. So, want inbound and outbound to be like this. Alright. It's gonna be packaged water, 60 canisters and 60 water. So we should We need 55, so 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 5 rows of 10 and then 1 row of 5. Probably be the safest bet. Or we could just do the 11 and figure it out. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just do the 11 and figure it out. That's not how you zoop. Okay, let's get these combined. So what we'll have to do... What's up, Mateo? I'm glad you're here, man. Glad you didn't fall asleep. Okay, so the biggest logistic rail we can do is Mark 4, which is 480. Which is 8 of them. So 8 of them can be together. So we're going to combine 8 of them. Since this side is going to be packaged fuel. Will that work? Yeah, that'll work. Alright, might be kind of finicky getting there, but it'll save us a lot of space. So let's go ahead and do that. This is an exit, so we're not worried about pipes or anything. On the other side, for the entrance, for the inbound, we will have to worry about pipes and conveyors. Okay. Never say never. Alright, so it's gonna be a long way to travel, but that's fine. We have the first 8, and then here we're going to put the stack. What happened? There we go. Okay. So second row is just going to be 120. Oh wait, I didn't do the last 2. Ah, good job, dummy. Off to a strong start. Okay, now we do 120, Mark 2. And then how far can we go? How far can we go? Can we go all the way? Doubt it. Not to there, so here. And then we'll do one more here. Okay. I think what's essentially going to happen is these ones, the second level ones on all the rows, are essentially going to link up. We good? Good. Good. Little roof on all those. 1183. 6 times 3 is 180. 1183. Oh, snap, you're right. But it's only the last 2 we need. Only the last 2. The only last 2 are on their own. 120. And then the 8. Then we have 8 times 60, 480. Yep, so that's how we're splitting it. 2, and then 6. And then these 2 from each row are essentially all going to link up. You, sir, are correct. We do have 11, so it would be... Nice catch, man. See, that's why I'm glad I had you around. I would have, like, had the thing mostly built and then been like, wait a minute. So 180. See, I had a feeling that 120 didn't seem right. But hey, easy fix. Easy fix. Yes, 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 yes. You're right. You're right. You're right. Just took me a minute. Just took me a minute. This is why you're here, Mateo. Okay. Now, for inbound, we're gonna lay the pipe. That's what he said. Okay. So we need to go H, control, oh, nope. Shift, nope. How do I do vertical again? Page up, page down. There we go. That's so cool. H. Riveting content of me laying pipe. But yes, it is a good thing you were here. I would not have caught that. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but... I think what I could do is lay one pipe and then go all the way down. But hold up, we're gonna have an issue. 11 pipes is 660. We can only do 600. So we are going to have to do this right, we are gonna have to remove this one. I'm sure we could still leave that as that. It's not gonna, no big deal. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have pipe that can handle higher than 600 at a time. Just make him his lone water thing? I probably could. How much water can one extractor extract? 300. Okay, 300 is the max. So each of those are going to have 2. So what we would initially have to do is 3 rows of water for 1. 2 of them are going to connect to 1 pipe. Probably go over and then connect, and then 1 connecting to 1 pipe. That's probably the best, so that way they're all on the same track for the most part. Okay. Yeah, I need 11, but I could have just made 5 rows of 10 and then a 6th row of 5. But if I can keep them on the same row to make it somewhat neat, I will. Because I won't need much lift. I mean, the lift is gonna... It's gonna have enough lift on its own. So essentially what I'm gonna do is... H... Right? And then H... And that's gonna put it above it. And then that's how that'll be. And that way, I can still have that on its own pipe, and then those ones are just gonna go over. A little wonky, but such a satisfying noise. Okay. I mean, the input is the only thing that's going to be a major issue. The output is just going to be the 60, so we can work around that using that. I mean, the input's going to have the same issue, but we'll work around it. Might as well, right? So the one thing that's going to have to be different on the input is there's gonna have to be, first off, they're gonna have to be splitters, not mergers. So splitter. Let's think for a second, okay? So 5 rows of 11, right? I have to do the weirdness at the end. Regardless, what's coming in and what's going out, that those extra ones on all the 5 that are at the end of all of them, are going to merge anyways. So if they're merging anyways, why not just have them on their own row? Does that make sense? But if we're gonna do that, because we're gonna have stuff merging anyways because we don't have the belt power. Five rows of 11 is 55. What does 8 rows look like? It's not good enough. 7, 6. It's gonna have to be 5. Okay. Yeah, might as well keep it like this because we're gonna have to do some weird conveyor belt stuff anyways, so if we're gonna do weird conveyor belt stuff, might as well do it all together, right? Okay. So we'll do just like that side. First three on their own, which they have a belt speed of over 120. 1, 2, 3. Put that on 6. Okay, which one do I have it on here? This side, I have it here. Okay. And then at the end. That's right, because I think I already accommodated for that when I laid these things out over here, because we have 2 layers, top and bottom layers. The only thing we'll have to figure out is how they're going to feed into the, which they're going to be a 1-to-1. So if we have 5 rows of 11, there's going to be 5 rows of 11, so it'll be like just on that side, the first 8 are going to merge, and then the last 3 are going to merge into the last ones. It seems wrong, but it'll make sense. It will. Because we have 10 over there, right? Let's say if we did 10 were the last 2, just like how we have the belts stacked on top of each other, they're gonna go in here. Just, why is it doing that? Hold on. Oh, because you're out of biofuel. I need more biofuel. Oh look, more biofuel. Essentially on these things, right, the next set, they're gonna have an input essentially just like this, where they're stacked on top of each other, because I'm not gonna be able to feed them all into one anyways. If it's the input, shouldn't it go down? No. So the output is going this way, right? Where the packaged fuel is going, and then it's gonna feed into the front. It's gonna follow down. You can kind of see where those stacked things are, and they're gonna go down that way and then feed into the factory, the what are they called? Refineries on this side. The refineries are gonna produce packaged fuel. The packaged fuel needs to be unpackaged, so that fuel is gonna come over here. It's gonna unpackage it, and it's gonna feed the inbound over here as well. And then that's where the inbound's gonna be. It's gonna come down this way from this direction. Does that make sense? Basically, the outbound is going that way, and then the inbound is coming in from this side. There's a bit of a delay, so I'll know if it makes sense here in a minute. That's supposed to be Mark 2, not Mark 3. I'm lifting the belt because I don't have a belt strong enough to do 660. Right? I don't have a belt strong enough. Yeah, they'll go into it as well. I just haven't put those in yet. But I don't have a belt that can pull 660, so the first 3 does 480 and then 1 goes on top. Or the last 3. You also making me nervous because I feel like I might be missing some. And then we'll go this way and walk backwards. That I'm assuming the part that I had going outbound from it that looked outbound, that's going to the part that's going to unpackage the packaged fuel. Because the factories... Can I build a factory? Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and build it real quick so I can show you. Factories don't take packaged fuel. It has to be in its more normal form. So let me show you what I have. Let me show you what it's essentially going to look like in a perfect line. So we have the crude oil being put into these, and it's creating the heavy oil residue. The heavy oil residue is going to get combined with water in a packager to make diluted Yes, that's what I did. Yeah, isn't that what I did? Wasn't it 3 belts? And then packaged fuel, diluted packaged fuel. Well, the water is going to put in here to make diluted packaged fuel. And then we'll need an area to unpackage the fuel. And then that is going to turn into a closed loop back into here so it can package it again, turn it into a packaged diluted fuel, unpackage the fuel, send it off to a generator, and it's going to be a nice little circle. No. I mean, if you have the question, then I'm sure someone else does too. So I am perfectly okay with wasting my time on you. I'm kidding. I'm perfectly okay with explaining it, because essentially this side is gonna have to mirror this side because it's 60 in, 60 out. Yeah, it's each of these makes 60 in, and then they make 60 out as well. They need 60 in, and they create 60 out. So 3 belts. That means those should be Mark III though. So this belt right here, right? Is that what you're talking about? I'm assuming this belt right here. Essentially the same thing as the bottom belt. So they're gonna all feed around, double stack like that, right? And they're gonna feed to the belts we need. They're gonna come around here and they're gonna still be stacked. And then they're all gonna go down this row like this. And this is where we're gonna have our 5 rows of 11, right? And essentially, it's gonna mirror that, where the first 8, it will go into the machine, yes, but I haven't built those machines yet. Because I want to get that built first, have it ready, and then we're gonna build the 11 machines, and those then are gonna feed into it. And then after we build those machines, we're going to build the part that's going to unpackage it and feed back. I'm trying to break it down. Yes, that's the input for packaging. Yes. But these packages over here is just water. That's all it's for. It's just water. They're only packaging water, and then they're gonna feed into the second stack, because the first stack creates the heavy residue oil. The second stack combines packaged water and the heavy residue oil to make diluted fuel. So this is literally just for packaging water. This is all this is going to be for. And the packaged water is going to get fed into the second half. I hope that makes sense. I hope we're on the same page too, not like talking about two different parts. I think it'll make sense once it all starts coming together. Where is the high belt and the input for packages going if it's not going into the packagers? The high belt? This belt? This is the output, so that output is going same place as the bottom belt. And it's the same thing with this side. This side has... So I'm speaking backwards. I see. These ones are to send... Oh. I see what you're saying. This doesn't need to go anywhere. Now we're on the same page. See, you got me. You got me. You have my back, sir. Essentially what we need to do... We need to flip this around. I see what you mean, because that top belt, where's it going to go? It's going to go nowhere. It's just going to send packages nowhere. See? You, sir, have my back. Thank you. So... Yep. So, essentially, this side needs to be like this. I think we can do it there. And then the last belt there. Yeah, and then the inbound needs to come from here to the last three. Yeah, so I essentially had it backwards. I was trying to make the inbound the same as the outbound. Yes. Yes. You are right. You're right. See, this is why I have you around. You saved me twice already, man. Because this is where the packages are going to come in. They're going to come down here. This top line is going to feed into the last three, and then the bottom line is going to feed into the other 8. Now I just need to fix all these. Okay, there we go. There. Yes, yes, you are right. This side needs to mirror that side, so it needs to be opposite. But we're good now. You saved me from a lot of headache. I would have seen it sooner or later, but yes, there. Okay, now we can start on the second row. We have it figured out. First row's done, so that means we can start on the second row. So, second row. All 11 people just watched us go back and forth trying to figure that out, but we got it. So, this side needs to be a merger, right? We need to make them being right next to each other not confuse us. I mean, them being alone already confused me, so... Is that correct? Yes. No, I have them all facing outward. Why do I have them all facing outward? Yeah, okay. I would double check the links. Yeah, I will. I definitely will. these need to be splitters as well, not mergers. No? No, because the pipes are coming in. Yes. Okay. No. We're good. We're good. And they all need to face away from me. They need to face that way. Into each other. Okay. Having them next to this one made it confusing, just like I thought it would. But we're good. I don't need to lay them all down, though. What I should do is lay one, then the packagers. Ah, belt's pulling me. Belt's pulling me. This machine is going to be tight. This build. So I can have them essentially right on top of each other like this. Yeah, mergers is right. I don't know why I was trying to confuse myself. I think it was really trying to figure out the direction of the mergers. Did I do all those too close? Yep, for some reason right here, I messed them up. Maybe I should have done the mergers first. There we go. That looks better. Okay. Now, merger. Facing away. There we go. Okay. Now, before we continue on this, I'm going to do as you said and double check the belts. Making all those Mark IV is good. Those just need to be Mark III, Mark IV, all the way down. Mark IV, yep, Mark III. Those can be Mark III, that's fine. Okay, good. Now, I need to connect these. They're only 60 coming out at a time, so just a 60 should be good. With it being so small, though, all we can do is pray. Oh, look, that one's messed up. So, merger. Okay, all those are hooked up, and they're leaving. Okay, now let's get the insides so we don't forget, because with them so tight, I'm not gonna see that. I can't see that. So if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget, or at least until Mateos saves me again. Says, hey dummy, those aren't connected. Okay, so first three, we're gonna go here, and then I wonder if it'll do it on the same. Will it do it on the same? How far did we go on this side? We went all the way to that one. Okay. So it's not going to be the same, but that's fine. And then before we link those, because it's going to be a pain trying to work with a bridge over it. and there's that one. Okay, then Mark 3. Wow. Yeah. Playing on hard mode? Yeah, seems like it. I mean, smushing everything together feels like a hard mode. But yes, this is how it should look. It should be mirrored. Last 3, first 3. Nice. Okay. So now we do this half. Okay. So I want to try a different method of doing these pipes. H, so I don't have to do that over and over again. So if I lay the pipe, again, did I link the last 3? Well, I think I did, but since you're questioning it, I'm gonna question it. So let's see. Yes, I did. I can barely see it, but it's there. I did link the last 3. I'm gonna check all 3 of them. Yep. I see the belt. And I see the belt. Okay, and then for this guy, what I was gonna do is do this. Go as far as I can. So right here, H up. All right, okay. And then if I go like this, I should, well, I gotta spin it around, but yeah, there we go. I can just go bam and just link them this way and hope it doesn't give me the same problem it would as if it were a splitter or merger. It shouldn't though. Pipes, even though liquid wise are a little harder to use. No, you're good. You're good. Even though they're a little harder to use when it comes to fluid intake and stuff, the one thing that it does right is the pipes. Okay. And then over. Bink. Bink. That was a lot faster. And then we're gonna go up. And then again. Even if this causes us to need a pump, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. The pipeline pump? I don't think we will. Because the water extractors have a certain pump amount. Okay, now for the other half, we need splitters. 5? Nope, that's merger. 4, splitter. We need it facing this way. Yeah, I should. Yep. I should have plenty of space. Yeah, I'm not... Oddly, I'm not worried because I think the water extractors are going to fit perfectly in line with these and still give us enough space to have to run the lines. Yeah. Oh, if it clips, I'll find a way to make them go over or something. I think we got it, though. I don't think it'll be too bad. Even if we can either go around or above with the conveyor belts. So, okay, so last three are together. 1, 2, 3. And then from there, they go up. Okay. It is fun figuring this stuff out. Okay, now we need the Mark IV belt. Okay, starting here. Which, first row, we made sure we had everything right. Stupid belt. Now, all we have to do is build the rest of it. Is that uneven? No, that's even. It was just being weird. Alright, and then we just gotta connect these belts. Sweet, there we go. Let me make sure. Yep, all the way down to the last 3. All the way down to the last 3. Okay. So that's only 2 rows. Only 2 rows. 3 more to go. 3 more to go. All right, mergers facing my right. Let's go ahead and place the mergers. You know, it's crazy, like, this is only part 2 of this thing, and I'm just like, I can feel the brain mush, and then I see some people's designs that they create, and it's just like, how many hours do you do off screen or streaming? It boggles my mind. Can I just ride this belt? There we go. Ah, I'm not fast enough though. There we go. Yeah. So I'm not riding it for fun, Ada. It's for use. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now the back 3. Sorry, I thought something looked off. We're gonna do the back 3. The inside parts are connected. How far do we go? I want it to kind of match. Here? Okay. Alright, don't build the bridge yet. So that way we can lay the Mark IV. Here we go. Mark 3. Yep, yep. Nice. No, I didn't. I used Mark 3. I used Mark 3. No. No, and regardless if it's on the inside, Mark 1 is okay. But now I feel like you're just pulling my leg. I feel like you're pulling my leg. Yeah, because it would try and replace him, and it's not. Yeah. The previous row? Nuh-uh. Mark 3? No. I used Mark 3. Yeah, cause see, it won't even give me the option of fixing it. Yeah, they're Mark 3. Don't scare me like that, man. Did I do it over here? See, now I gotta check them all. No, they're Mark 3. And even if they were Mark 2, it's not that big of a deal, cause I mean. Yes, Mark 3 and 4. Mark 3 for top row, Mark 4 for bottom. Except the last 3, of course, because those are also going to be Mark 3. But Mark 3, Mark 4. Yep. Mark 4 for bottom, Mark 3 for top. Mark 3 for top, Mark 4 for bottom. Yeah, we're good. We're good. You're making me freak out, man. Okay, where were we? This is third row, right? Yep. We have the output done. Now we're just working on input, which is the water. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this on 7 and that on 8, so we don't have to keep going back and forth. Okay. Up. And then I think it was all the way down to this one. Let's go down one more just in case. Up. And then we connect. But you know what? Even if you're tripping balls, you're giving me you're giving content for the people. You know, me freaking out. So it's okay. Trying to look between the smallest possible gap you can have with the freaking mergers and stuff. Okay, then 8 up. I'm just waiting for someone else who plays Satisfactory to pop in and then be like, so what you doing? And then I tell them what I'm doing, and they're gonna be like, oh no, that's not gonna work because this and this, and then our whole project is just gonna be doomed. Or I'm gonna be like, nuh-uh, watch, it'll work, and then be stubborn and it not work. Or be stubborn and it turn out to work. Because I feel like, even though I still feel green because I haven't gotten past fuel, I think my understanding is good enough to where this only needs to be a 1. Do I have a 1 here too? I don't even have that one connected. I don't have any of those connected. Good thing I checked. There we go. For some reason. Oh, because that was the last bit I'm connected. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. That one's not connected. Okay, all those connected? Yes. Okay. But yeah, I feel like I know enough to understand what's going on to hopefully understand that this is going to work. Oh, last time I did this, oh man, it was so funky looking. It's no wonder that I screwed up. Even though this is kind of stacked on top of each other and seems like a lot, it actually makes a lot more sense this way and is a lot cleaner than my other one, because I had all kinds of weird conveyor shit going. Okay, so first three. Mark III belt. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this goes here. Let's find out where its other half is. It's right here. So I want it to be somewhat symmetrical. I want it to look somewhat the same. Does it need to? No, because you're never going to see that little bit of metal slit sticking out, but I'll know. And if I know, it'll bother me. I hope it is going to be great. I've really sat down and made sure to think out the whole thing, because I think that's also what screwed me over last time. And I also think it's going to be great. So Mark IV, not that one, but this one. And I'm real curious to see how much power we get. Especially since we're using the diluted fuel. It should give us a lot. Alright, back to 3. Ah. Oh no, because I did the belt that way, it's going the wrong way. Ha! There we go. I should have known that was going to happen. Because essentially with those things, whatever direction you go first, that's the direction it's going to go. So. Alright, that's all connected. 3 down, 2 to go. If I liked blueprints, this would be a lot faster. But if anything from the beginning is a good example, I mean, if I would have made a blueprint and built it all up from the beginning, it would have all been wrong. So it's a good way to kind of check myself. Each time we build it is essentially a double check, because since we're on the 4th one, it's essentially a quadruple check. Because at any point I could find something and be like, wait a minute, this don't feel right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Last 3, right? Yeah. And then we need to find where we put the other one. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Essentially last three. First three, last three. Hold up. Yes. Essentially, what I have... Let me see. I can run over there real quick and show you the alternate. Because I'm going to give my... Gives me a second to give my brain a second to demush. I could... the alternate diluted package fuel needs water. Yes. Essentially, the short answer, yes. So, the first part has, what is it? And there's 10 of them, and it's a 7-part this alternate recipe, 2-part rubber, and 1-part plastic. So, in other words, 7 of these has that polymer recipe. 2 of them have the rubber, and 1 of them has the plastic. And it gives a nice 330, but an input of 300, so... Which takes one of those fuel miners, or crude oil miners. The smallest one we have only produces 300. So because it produced 300 and the other 2 produced 600, basically 1 row is worked off of that one, and then the other 2 fuel miners, crude oil miners, are using they're fueling 10 of them, 5 each, 5 rows each. Kind of threw a lot of things together at one point, but yeah. Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes, but longer. Okay, so we almost did that backwards. And in the front, it's going to be running from over there. Hold on. Hold on. I'm seeing double here. Okay, first row down there. Second row goes all the way over the top. Okay. So, where is... There it is. Okay, so here. And then, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Almost done. Not much further now. Packager. Wish I had a belt to ride. Okay, so Mark III first. That one's wrong. Mark III first. And then before we do the Mark III, we're going to do the Mark IV. Whee! I think what confused me is I try to do it in a different order by placing these guys, and it really messed with my brain. He wants to make fuel from residue oil so that he can make a bit of plastic and rubber on the side. To do that, he's going to through the packaged diluted fuel. Packaged fuel alternate recipe. Yes. Up to phase 8. Wow. Okay. Yeah, alternate recipes are... Some of them are complete dog water. And then some of them are just prime... Just pure gold. Because I could just make heavy residue oil and then turn it right into fuel, but I won't get nearly as much. This is going to make it... exponentially more power, but it's like 3 times the work because we're going from crude oil to heavy residue, and then from heavy residue combining water with the heavy residue to make diluted fuel. Well, the diluted fuel is packaged, right? So then we have to unpackage the diluted fuel. So we're essentially going to be doing this, but not as complicated, and unpackage it. And then it's going to be kind of a closed loop because the unpackaged fuel, the canisters are going to come back here, in here, and get repackaged and go back out to the diluted fuel. So the diluted fuel is going to be in a closed loop between unpackagers, packagers, diluted fuel. And it's just going to be a nice little triangle that way. And then the fuel from the diluted fuel should go off onto all of the fuel generators. It's a lot. When I did this on my own, before I ever started streaming and stuff, I screwed it up, and I had to take a break from playing. Because it hurt my soul. Because I spent like a week, a few hours a day, and it yeah, just thinking about it again kind of hurts my soul. But I mean, just like how you know, like how you said, you've gone through it and things just don't look nearly as pretty. If I could pull up my other save, probably could actually. Yeah, I know, it's my favorite story to tell. It looks horrific if we looked at it. Well, it makes me sad but happy at the same time, because when you look at it, the amount of improvement that I've gone through, like this right here is leagues above what I did the first time. It makes me feel smarter. Am I smarter? Probably not, but I just feel smarter. Okay, and then finish connecting these pipes. This one goes to the top one. No, big weirdo. Oh, you're already connected. Okay. Are you? Because you're acting weird. That's what I thought. You weren't connected. I mean, you would have done the same thing. It just looked weird. Yeah, my primary factory is not built on the first... Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the big things I learned from my first playthrough as well. I mean, I didn't even beat my first playthrough. I just kind of gave up on it. You gotta be used to tearing things down. Starting at one point and then just knowing that you might have to break things down. When you get to that, it makes everything not as stressful. Especially if you plan on it. If you plan on going... Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But, if you plan knowing you're going to tear something down, it's less stressful when it comes to the point of actually tearing it down. Okay, splitters. And hopefully, once I get this all built and designed and running, you can use it for inspiration to help you. So, I mean, if you're on phase 8, have you made like turbo fuel? I don't think I did link the lone pipe. I'll check once I get back that way. But I mean, if you haven't done turbo fuel, you can essentially do something similar like this to get more fuel, diluted fuel, and then turning that diluted fuel into even more turbo fuel. Like this diluted fuel alternate recipe is fantastic because it just takes however far you go into the liquid fuel process, it multiplies it. Okay, let's check that last pipe. I did not. Okay. So with the pipe side, okay, so all these, it's coming from this way. Brain fart. My brain's working too hard. I can feel the smoke. All but the last 3. Did I place those wrong or just that one? I placed them wrong. No. All right. Splitters. This way. Go away. What did I just break? Nothing? A floor? Alright. That's a merger. We need a splitter. There we go. Facing the correct way. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. The delay between what I've actually done and what y'all see. You probably typed that up and sent it, and in your time, but in my time I was like, no, I placed them all wrong. So yeah. The middle mouse button, yeah. What does the middle mouse button do? Oh, it copies it? Oh, I learn something every day. I think middle mouse button is now going to be my favorite button. Okay. Okay. Not the last 3. How do you feel about blueprints? Me, personally, at least when it, like, I don't like doing blueprints personally. Mainly because if I'm building something, it's easier for me, especially if it's something like this where I'm copying over and over to spot where I may have messed up on that first row, and I just don't trust everything to be right on the first take. Come on now. There we go. Okay. Here, and then it's from the last 3, right? Yep. You gonna let me place it, or am I gonna have to break you? Okay, Mark 3. Nope, can't do it that way because it'll mess it up. Can do it this way though. No, this way. Yes. There we go. Let's make sure those pipes are all connected. Last pipe's connected. All those are connected. Yep. Okay. One more to go. Then we do the water. The water reclamators. And then this section is done. Okay. Mergers. Okay. Holy shit, 30 people? Wonder if like half of those people are the people that like fall asleep with like autoplay on and it just happened to end up on my video. If you are currently asleep, this is your conscience. Hit that subscribe button. Gets 20 subscribers out of nowhere. That'd be funny. Okay, where's this one? Last 3 again, right? Yep. Okay, first 3, last 3. Yes, I'm doing this right. Come on, get it. There we go. Whoop, passed it. Alright, now. Do we have all those? Not yet. Sometimes I forget why we do certain things, so give me a second while I fix my brain. The recipes. Oh yeah, I gotta change them all to freaking water. That's gonna take like 10 minutes. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna place the packagers. That would be funny to get it all set up and then like forget to do the blueprints. Or the recipes. Oh, are we out of plastic? We are out of plastic. Oh no, what shall we do? What shall we do? Oh look, plastic. Hi, Ada.
Thank you for your purchase in the Fix It Awesome shop, the best store on the planet.
If I was like as good or fast as some of these major Satisfactory YouTubers, I would try Control C, Control P to change recipes. Ah, yeah, copy paste, yeah. Because yeah, I'll change this one to water and then just pee the rest of them. Yeah, I knew that one. But I would try and see what it'd be like to do a playthrough where you don't use fix-it tickets to get materials. Because I feel like that'd be quite difficult. Oop, that's in the wrong spot. Come out one. There we go. Because what I've noticed is sometimes with a recipe, you need to build the thing before you even can continue on. Like plastic, for example, I would essentially need to build a mini fuel depot just to create the plastic, but I need the plastic to do this kind of build. So, and I don't, yeah, it's like counterintuitive kind of thing. Did you do all the Mark IVs? Yes. Yes, I did. I know I did. But you're now making me second guess myself. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go check. Why don't you go up? Page up, page up. There we go. It wouldn't do it for some reason. Had to press it all extra hard. Alright, before we go down, let's mark that one. What? It's an easy fix though. Just bam, bam. Fixed it. What are you doing? There we go. Pipes, you're so funny. Does that look curved to you? No, no, it's not curved. I'm losing it, guys. No, you get like 200 plastic. Yeah, I highly recommend using it, man. It really helps out a lot because I couldn't imagine. I'd have to find like a whole separate like oil node and use that oil node literally just to make plastic and rubber. Instead, what I've been doing, so I wouldn't have to waste time on that, I've just been using fix-it tickets to purchase the plastic and rubber I need. The amount of plastic and rubber I needed was like thousands. Oh man. So you basically been doing like the playthrough that I've been, oh, the pain. I feel for you, man. I feel the pain. Alright, splitter. Facing the correct way. Don't need Mateo yelling at me again. I'm sorry, sir. I'll fix it, I promise. But hey, this is the last part. Besides the water. Oh. Focus, focus. We got this. Okay. First three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here. And then just like we learned, going all the way to the last third. And then the last. These are the outputs. These are all the containers. 3 line. Then we're gonna do Mark IV. But yeah, as I hope to have all this done correctly, I'm gonna be super excited if it does work. One, because it works. What did I do this time? What did I do? What did I do? No. No, no, no. Everything's right. Everything's right. Don't do that to me, Mateo. Everything's right. This is the did I mess something up? I did it backwards. I did it backwards. No. Did I do it backwards? Look, boss, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's supposed to be on top because it's the inbound. Sorry, boss, I'll get it fixed. Okay. Fix those. Okay. Those are already Mark IV. The only ones I need to change are the last 3, and I need to change them to Mark III. I fixed him, boss. I could only imagine how it would have been if I got like all of it ready. Oh, I need to do it to the other side. Thinking I'm good. Just to realize like half my stuff is done backwards. It's all thanks to Supervisor Mateo. That one doesn't need to be there. One, two, three. Break that one. We don't need this one at the end. Okay, so that won't work because they're backwards. Okay, that stays there. 1, 2, last 3. Then reconnect. Okay. Now this one to this one. And then this one, it's got to go here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Are we good? Are we good, boss? Did I do good? But hey, we're done with it. So done with it. It looks fantastic though. Look at the output on the fourth. Fourth from the left or fourth from the right? Package, 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 locked, 3, going in. Is it because it's a Mark IV? Yeah, I got you. No? Ah, I see. The one I broke and never rebuilt. Gotcha, yep. Let's make sure the rest are like that. And... alright, we're good. Belts connected. Pipes connected. Yep. Alright. But hey, it looks fantastic. Output. Well, it's a good thing I looked on the input too. Are those all connected? There's only one way to find out. What is this, Mark III? Nope. How did I not do that? It's usually the first thing I did after I placed everything. Shoot, I connected nothing. So I built the bridge, but then didn't do the Mark IV part. Okay. Connected. Connected. Pipes connected. Everything connected. Let's check this side. Connected. Yep. Pipes connected. Everything's good. Yep, connected. Connected. Okay. Pipes connected. Rails connected. You're good. Rails connected. Pipes connected. Okay, everything looks good. The highest junction pipe in the 5th row. Jeez, man, your attention to detail is fantastic. Just saying. Ugh. Not only is it not connected, it's off. Yeah, you need to get this game, Mateo. Your attention to detail, you would never have to rebuild anything. I mean, it was off, but, I mean, it wouldn't really, like... It wouldn't break anything. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, it's connected. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. I'm sure Mateo's looking at it through a fine-tooth comb. Let's get water going. We have 5 rows. We'll need 3 water per. So that's 15. Make sure we have all the materials. We do. Okay. Let's figure out exactly where we should place them. We're gonna need this guy. Are you lining up with this? Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, that guy. And then that guy below it. Because he's gonna go there. Switch straight. Why are you way over there? Curve. Auto. We'll just do auto. And then Mark II, it's gonna go there. Okay. So let's do a half foundation. Do you rotate? There we go. Okay. And then we'll just do the bottom one first. Really doesn't matter how far out they go. Bottom one is a single. I would place them as 3 chairs facing a table, joining the 2 facing each other to the 600 line and 1 facing the machines, the long pipe. So 2 facing each other would take up a lot of room, and we need that room for the conveyor belt. So it's probably going to be 3 in a row. The first one feeding into this one, and the last 2 stacked up feeding into this. Or 1, 2, and then... Actually, let's do it like this. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, conveyors, yeah. I think I'm gonna switch this, though. That won't work, though. It's gotta be this way. Okay, so let's just walk through it. Water extractor. So I want to be able over as much as it'll let me. I might have to move them a bit, or at least elevate them a bit, but that's fine. I can work with that. I can work with that. Okay, so there's one thing we'll have to fix. We need half floors, but like a double. Or we just go like that. But not that high, not... There we go. Okay, so there's one. Two. I was gonna do the third one like this, but the way I have things planned out, it won't quite work that way, so we'll just have to do it like this. And then the floor. The floor is mainly just so I can walk on it and it looks sturdy. That's the output. You don't even need to worry about that side. You're right. You, sir, are right. And when you're right, you're right. It's gonna be a little off. I think I'd rather have that over, though. Because now it's all about aesthetics. And I'm a stickler for aesthetics. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we need a single pipe going there. And then from there, we need the stack pipe. All right. And that is going to go there. There we go. That is all connected. This now has water for its input. Its output is ready to be connected. Okay. Now, on to the next. And what we could do is make sure we have the space by doing this. Let's get rid of these. Okay. Let's hope I didn't mess things up. I shouldn't have. Let's see. H. Right there? Is that it? No, that's too high. We need to go down one more. H. Right there. Okay, so this is the input, right? Now we have a part specifically for the input. Now, will we have enough room? Is that kind of overlapping? Ew, we don't like that. How does that look? Oof. Oof. It's fine. It's fine, because we can elevate. We can elevate. We don't have to make it super pretty. It'll look pretty enough. So let's get these back on there. It would help if they were under where they're supposed to be. But see, experimentation is necessary. It's part of the game. Make sure that's right. Yep. Okay. Now, extractors. Let's do that again, but for over here. This is where it needs to be. Yeah. Let's hope that gives us enough room. Not really, but I think we can work with it. Well, why does it work there but not here? We're gonna have to think about this. So they don't necessarily need to be in a line. They don't need to be right behind it. What we can do... Ah, took out my floor. What we can do instead is essentially go out further that way and just make the water we need and feed it inward. 5 rows of 3, right? That's all we need. Okay, so let's do this. Half foundation. Zoop it that way. Okay. And then how... I guess I could actually make these full rows, because I'll need to fit... We need to figure something out. Okay, so how many of these can we fit on one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll need 1.5. So 1 foundation. I accidentally put it away, didn't mean to. Zoop that out. And then a half. This is also going to fix our possible, what we could have had issue. There we go. Okay, so first set. How many sets? These take up 2 total. Right? Is that what we're seeing? Put that there, right? And then that there. Does it fit perfectly within that? For the most part. One. And then let's place... You gonna leak up, or are you just gonna be all goofy? I guess we'll scoot this over a bit. Right there. Two. How's that look? That looks good. That looks good. We can work with that. So we need 5 rows of this. It is kind of scary. Like, look how dark that water is. I wonder if there's anybody to, like, try and swim to the bottom. Come on now, thing. Why are you being this way, game? Probably go over 1, yeah? You're not gonna go over 1? Well, I guess I could have just built it. There we go. Okay. Okay. We'll probably just do it without the floors. Because it'll, it's not going to be perfect, which is fine. We're just kind of using the floors to be able to place the pipe. 1, 2, 3. No, I tried. It wouldn't let me. I think what's going on is... Let me see if I can get him. So... Get out here. I really don't want to fall in that water. I feel like I'm going to be trapped. So I'm in H. Oh, I could have. Well, why wouldn't it let me do it earlier? I swear I tried it. Which is fine. It's fine. Again, I might not have them there. Just because it might look weird. I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, that's 3. Four. But the good thing about doing it like this is I won't have anything really blocking the rails too much. They'll just have to go, you know, over the pipes, which is a lot easier than what we would have had to do. Why are you this way, game? One, two, three, four. One more. Spin around, big guy. And 5. That's close. That's fine, because I ain't going that way. Okay. So, nudging. Could we nudge the rest of them? Might not even need to. Yeah, I don't even need to. Haha. Okay, there we go. Then last row. Okay. 5 rows of 3. 44 people. Whoa. Jesus, hello. Okay. What time is it? It's 11 p.m. Is it like 3 in the morning for you, sir? Should you be asleep? Are you gonna have a very cranky morning when you go to work? Let's lay these first, and then we can lay the rest of the pipe. Oops, Starting to find all my builds to be oddly cramped together. All right, there we go. Oh, you're on vacation. Oh, I really hope you're enjoying your vacation. Okay, so we'll need essentially double stack going all the way down. Now the question is where to start them. Should I start up here and then go one more? I think that would make sense. Have them out a bit so I don't have to worry about them being cramped up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will this fifth one be a problem? No, it won't be. It's good. That's plenty of room. All right. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh no! I should raise them both since I need them. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm planning. But I found a fuck up. A screw up. We need to be there. That's where we need to be. It's fine though. We'll just put these out one. That's a pretty sharp angle too. How's that look? Actually, that's perfect. Okay. So instead of redoing them all, I'm just gonna stack one over here. And I'll fix the pipes in a sec. Okay. First set of pipes is going to be the singular ones. So, since they're all going to be the singular ones, what is it? From it, it's like 2 clicks back, right? 1, 2, so that line, and then there, right? Yes. All right. Two, 3, 4, 5. Luckily, like, here it's 5. There it's 4. There it's 3. There it's 2. There it's 1. Yeah. Alright, and then same thing. We're on this spot. 1, 2. One, two. 1, 2. It's funny how things work out in the end. 1, 2. Mateo, quick. Let me know if I'm screwing up. I am, because I don't need this many. Because it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Almost. Almost had me, game. Conveyors go through the poles? Yes. Yes, they can. These are essentially the same thing. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. How would they fit in between, though? Would it be better if I just do it in between? Oh, that looks much better. We're doing it that way. Why? Because it looks nicer. Okay, so 5, right? Don't need that one. 4. Okay, where are we at? This line right here. 3. This line right here. 2. Good catch, Mateo. I didn't even think about that. And lastly, 1. You demand and I shall respond. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna move it to straight. It's gonna go there. Him to there. Him to there. It's a lot of stuff to move. I bet it's gonna look cool though. Oh yeah, it's gonna look so cool. All right. Ooh, nope, not doing that. That looks funny. Didn't like that. Oh no! Just kidding. Oh no. Just kidding. It was almost bad. Almost. It looks a little funky, but it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. It works. That's all that matters. The real question is it going to be enough lift? Okay, so this guy goes here. And there. And there, and there. Let's go and connect these so I don't have to go running back and forth, yeah. No, you goofy pipe. There we go. Two. And then last one. At least for the small pipe. Nice. They're a little wonky, they're a little off, but that's fine. Because they look great to here. Looks great, looks great. Want to see how you manage that tight bend with the pipe on top. I know, I'm probably going to have to shift this part down a bit. Which again, that'll be an easy fix. I shouldn't have to move anything there or there. It's just gonna be like this little section. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that though. I saw it being a problem too. Okay. Probably do it like here. Okay. Now, tight bend fixed. Alright, now stackable. Yes, I know. Those pipes aren't connected yet. Let's work down here and then we'll go up. And then the only concern that we may have is the water pressure. Will there be enough water pressure for these to come out? Why? Will those do the same? Is it because I did? Yeah. I'm gonna fix that because that's bothering me. Because if I do straight, it's all nice and straight and pretty. And we like pretty. That one's already nice and straight and pretty. But yeah, this is how I'm gonna manage it. By fixing it before I even have to. Okay, so 7. And 8. And then, oh, I haven't placed that one yet. Haven't placed any of them yet. I guess it's a good thing I put the floor there, because how else would I put these here? Okay, 8. So for some reason that one's further back than it should be. Look at all these little mistakes I'm catching. Without Mateo's help. That one just needs to be a 9. There we go. And that doesn't need to go there. It needs to go up here. And then around to the first one. Perfect. You know, it's funny. I don't need to place that there. I just want to. Just make it look the same all the way through. I could just connect the water straight to it, but why? You're gonna connect there. 3 down. Go. Almost there. Just a little bit more. Good, good, good. No, 9. There we go. Okay. That right there. Last but not least. There. Sweet. So, tell me, how has your vacation been so far, man? Has it been good? What all have you done? You done anything fun? Or are you just taking care of family? Alright. Connect the pipes. Ah, B-E-A, beautiful. And we have 42 people. Jeez. What really sucks is I have to work in the morning. So I'm gonna have to... Can't keep playing all night, unfortunately. I'm prepared some exams for the last week of August and 1st of September, so I stayed at home. Nice. Still taking care of stuff, yeah. Well, I hope everything goes well, man. I really do. Hope exams go great. I hope they go as smooth as these pipes are looking. Oh, before I connect the top ones, I need to connect the bottom ones. Ooh, out of copper wire. Wow. I did not expect to run out of copper wire. Well, that's fine. Let's go take a run back. Wonder how that looks from up here. What I'm gonna do when it's all done and running, we're gonna get up there and look down upon it and see how it looks from above. Hey, that looks great though. All of that just to feed water into these. Man, I wonder how much power those are using. Oh, and I'm gonna have to overclock each one of those. Each one of those is gonna need to be overclocked. Oh, there you go. Take the chance, put them in the refineries. Yeah, that'll burn time. So those are all set, right? This has... You need all those. Maybe not the refineries, because I think all those are set up, but the packagers, for sure. I still need to put them all to water. So I don't need much copper. I need just enough. All right, that's got the 600. But yeah, keeping in mind on this build is just not having everything right next to each other is okay. So, water. We're going to copy. And then Control V. Control V. I'm gonna do a little different on the next one, the next row. All right, check this last one. Yep, water. We're gonna go. Yeah, see, we're not close enough. Control V. Control V. Control V. Yep, it's good. Ride the belt. Control V. Control V. See? They're used for more than just carrying stuff. Those are the ones I just changed, so Control V. Control V. And last one. And we take a ride. Control V. Yeah, I'm sure, because I was doing them as I went, but I'll double check. Let me turn all these into water, and then we'll go double check. Wee. All right, those should all be water. Yep. Bam. All right, next. So the first one only needs 60, right? It only needs 60. It doesn't even need 300. So the first row is going to be tuned down to 60. So copy that. So those are toned down to 60. First row. Yep, first row. Okay, and then the second row, they need to be tuned up to 300. Copy. Control V. Well, thanks to you, I learned about turbo fuel. Mistakes were made. Never researched it, so I had to go scrap for hard drives to get the compressed coal and fuel. Let's see what we can blow up. Yeah, turbo fuel, man, I can't even imagine, because if I was gonna do a turbo fuel power, I would basically have to do this again, which is kind of scary to me. Oh, these are off. These are off. Do we care? Do we care? We don't care. Do we care? Do we care? No, we don't care. We don't care. Just don't look at it. Just don't look at it. Just because they're off a bit means nothing. Because how often are we going to be over here and not see it from an angle? It's off though. Ugh, it's just that one. Is it just that one? No, it's that whole line. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. Just don't look at it. Okay, I want to double check these because these have to be 3. Yeah, and turbo fuel is not even the last fuel. After turbo fuel is rocket fuel, which I think tanks, what is it called? What gas is it? Nitrogen gas and other stuff. And then after rocket fuel is ionized fuel. But most of the time, what I've heard is ionized fuel is just too much. Might as well just stick with rocket fuel. Oh wait, the middle mouse can copy as well? Okay, because I was doing Control V and copying. I wanted to double check because my brain was focusing on that freaking, this section that's off for some reason. See how it's just barely off? It's like looking down a, how do I do? There we go. It's like looking down a sights. You got the center and then two. It's not how it's supposed to be. You can unlock both of them too? Wow. Yeah, I can't imagine, because if I wanted to do turbo fuel, I'd get it all the way to the diluted fuel, unpackage it, and then use that fuel with a compact coal and do another line of foundries to make turbo fuel. Luckily, I wouldn't have to package it, but a whole nother row of factories, I couldn't imagine. But yeah, just thinking about doing all of this again scares me. Okay, well, that, besides linking the rails, that's done. I'm not going to link the rails yet. I want to build out the second set of factories. I do plan on doing turbo fuel in another area. What is it? They call it the blue whatever, the blue, this area, or is it a little further down? Somewhere over here. Essentially everything you need for turbo fuel. Check the refineries, yeah. Everything you need. Oh no, they're not. Oh no, they're not. That was just itching you, wasn't it? So is it only these two rows that I have? Okay. Copy. Oops. Pasted. Okay. Next, I believe, is rubber for the next two. Rubber, yep. So, copy. These ones are good. So we gotta go to these ones. Yeah, and then start here, yep. Control V. Okay. Ah! Thank goodness for jetpack. Alright. Now you can sleep at night, Mateo. I got them all checked. It's okay. And then the last 7 should be polymer resin. Which, by the way, Sloja, is that how you say it? Yeah, quote unquote, at night. This polymer resin, which gives you 40 heavy oil residue, is an alternate recipe as well. And then these should be fine. Yep. And then we go down. Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'm scanning. 7. So that needs to be rubber. Good. And I mean, if I wanted to get the most out of these, I would just do all polymer resin because it gives 40. The rubber only gives 20, and then the plastic only gives 10. But to make numbers work out well, I'm only doing this many. Ooh, missed it. All right, cool. Part 2 of 5 complete. We can check that off, which is fantastic. That was not difficult. I'm super happy with that turned out. Hopefully it all runs as expected. I mean, in theory it should. And of course those are all going to feed down over here into the next set. Which that next set is going to need the pipes and the conveyors. So they're going to need more room than these guys, most likely. Maybe not. We'll see. Regardless, we're going to work from the middle, have it line up, and then build both sides out. Yeah, 11 by 5 refineries. Yep. There's going to be 5 rows of 11. And since we're going to have double conveyors and pipes next to each other on one side and pipe on the other, it might not fit as snugly as this. So we're going to start from the middle and build those out. Can we just go ahead and do that now? Oh, here's the question though. Should we have them facing the same? No, because they need the input. They need to be backwards. Because that's input, that's output. No, so they need to face the same way? Oh, here's a question in itself. Should they face the same way or opposite way? Because the output of this one is here. So that's the output. Right? Yes. I'm thinking opposite too, but let me make sure. Because I think it would be easier to have the pipes going straight across and then just having the conveyors go to the other side. Because the conveyors need to go on the input and then the... No, they both need to go on the input. And then their own pipes need to go on the output. So... Input... Yeah, it looks like opposite. It's gonna be opposite day, which it looks like it's gonna be, if we want to make it safe, lined up is right there. I'm thinking right here, which gives us enough room, gives us almost 2.5 tiles to build outwards. Yeah, I think opposite is correct too, because this is the output with the green arrow showing the output, and that's gonna flow, and that's gonna flow right in here. And then we're gonna bring the rails. The rails are gonna come above the pipes and feed in. They're gonna feed in essentially using what I'm probably gonna do. Oh, I don't have time to figure this out, but I need to. Let's build a few more. Okay, so we have 3 of them, right? First off, that pipe's not straight. Yeah, it is. Yep, it's gonna be manifold. But they're probably gonna come... They're both... Hold on, let me put pipe right there. Nope. Why not? There it is. One will probably come here, and then the other will have to come here. And then we could do... So we'd have to raise them both up to be even with that. Yeah. Actually, these are like their own thing, huh? So pipe's coming in. That's fine. We got to figure out the tracks. We could... We should be able to have them stacked. We might have to change it to the... Let's see. We have them stacked. The only thing different that's going to have to change is the elevation. Is that going too high? No, that's as high as it goes. Okay. So if we rebuild the track... Okay, so those are too high. Right? Is that the same height? Okay, so that means what we'll have to do is when they come around the corner, they'll just have to go another one higher. Yeah, what I was worried about, it didn't look like these were gonna equal out to this, so pretty much 3 and then if we go down here, I'm gonna have this built out so that way when we come back, we know exactly what we need to do. Like so. We won't be able to do it exactly over the pipe because I don't think those will connect well. Let's try it. Because if we can make it go over the pipe, that's going to be awesome. Alright. Now, what if we put that there? See, I hate how that looks. See, that's what I thought too, but it's not. It's just like a trick of the eye. It's straight. It's straight. It just, yeah, trick of the eye. See, my question is that connected? Is that connected like it should be? Because if it's connected like it should be, if this is connected like it should be, we can do it like this. Pipe over, or conveyor over pipe. Look at the belt. See, it's really... It does seem like it's connected. There is a way we can try it, though. So what we'll do, feed this out. Straight. Right. We'll go like this. Storage. The belt is angled. I mean, if the belt is angled, that's fine. That can be. This is not permanent. This is a testing. And then packaged fuel. Throw that in there. And if that's connected, we'll see it go down. Did it go down? I don't think it went down. It did not go down. It did not go down. But let me try something, because it could be just the wonky... That thing I always talk about, how it messes up, even though it shouldn't. Okay, now that we do it like that... Have the belt going out still. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, there it goes. Sweet. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. Okay, so that works. That works. So that means we're doing it that way. It didn't catch them all because the belt speed. And then we'll have one above. And essentially it'll be like that. We can destroy this. Because it's going to be Mark IV. Oh, I don't have that right. There we go. It's going to be Mark IV going from there to there. You are right, sir. Why the double splitter? Because what we'll need... Instead of the double splitter, because the first three is going to go there, and then after the first, I'm a dummy. After the first three, those are going to continue. So mirror that on those three, and then continue to the 11. And then all we gotta do is connect the pipe straight. It still looks curved, but it's not. I know it's not. And then pretty much like that. Because these only have an output of 330, so it's 330. So we have a screenshot. We have a screenshot. Unless Mateo says something screwed up, that's what it's going to look like. big one on bottom, small one on, or big one on top, small one on bottom. So all of them, the first 3 are going to be their own, and then the other 11 or 8 are going to be the big one. Something screwed up? Why? 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 What's screwed up? I don't think it's the pipe. I know it was oh, I think I know why. I know why. I know why. Because this is on like a half tick. Does that make sense? Look, I'll show you. And it being on a half tick, there's nothing I can really do about it. No, it's on a full tick. It's on this line right here. It's on this line right here. This line right here. And it's still on that line. It's still on that line. It's still on that line. It's straight. Oh, you screwing with me? Oh. But we have a good screenshot of how that's going to look. And I've already gone like 30 minutes past than what I should have. Making sure we have all that planned out so we can just get right and started. I'm super glad that works, because that means, because the output is just going to be pipes. No? It's going to be packaged fuel. That's all it is. So all we would need for outbound is mergers. So it's actually going to be skinnier than those ones. We'll actually have more room. But these are going to have to be the same as those, how they're stacked, because 60 times 11 is 660. So the back 8 are probably going to be the Mark IVs, and then the front 8 on that side are going to be the 3. And then when we're done with that, we feed it back into more packagers. Yay! All right, I'm super happy, because this means we don't have to worry about spacing. I mean, this could even be scooted over one, and it'll still be fine. We should have plenty of room. I'm probably still going to do it like that, though, just in case. But I'm happy with that. We're going to stop here. Thank you to all 40-something of y'all people that came out and watched. Hey, even though I'm just about to get off because I have a life. Well, that's not true. I don't have a life, but I have work. If you want me to not have to work and be able to keep streaming while you sleep, subscribe. Like, for me, that's the only thing I need right now is subscriptions. Those need to grow. Once those grow, get to the point where we can do this long term, even if it's overnight. But thank you everybody who's come out. Thank you for all your support. Mateo, thank you for your help. Bunch of screw-ups that I was able to, you caught for me and was able to fix. Tomorrow we go on to part 3. And with part 3, we build out the actual creation of the diluted fuel. And then after that will be part 4, where we unpack it. And see, the question is going to be is either I'll unpack them right in front of it, or they're going to be carried over and be unpacked over there and then fed right there. Regardless, the conveyor belts, it's either going to be long here or it's going to be long here. Regardless, there's going to be a long conveyor belt ride. So, again, appreciate y'all coming out. Thank you so much. and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.